how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Was blind, but now I see.
This one goes out to Girlfriend Towel.
I like where we are when we drive in your car. I like where we are. Our lips can touch, our cheeks can brush. Our lips can touch. Yeah. When you are the one who realize close to me, whisper hello, I miss you, cry, really. I've been enough with the inside of me. Now there's no place else I could be, but even your eyes. I like where you sleep when you sleep next to me. I like where you sleep. Yeah. Our lips can touch, and our cheeks can brush. Our lips can touch. Yeah. When you are the one who realize close to me, whisper hello, I miss you.
Good timing. The hearing's about to start. Hello, my name's Grant Smith Ellis. Shh, we gotta be quiet. We're hunting rabbits. We're not hunting rabbits. We're going into court. Shh.
In a moment.
I won't even minute, really.
Yeah,
I'm just texting Your Honor, I'm waiting for him to text back.
Busby, I've seen Attorney Tracy and Attorney Coleman.
This Joe Cataldo.
Okay, we need one more Joe.
Still waiting for the counsel.
Mr. Cataldo, how you doing?
Can I just call Busby up to the sidebar?
Yeah, I call Mr. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Next is on court number 5, Palma versus Vincent Busby.
They're calling a different case. They're going to sidebar. Karen's case hasn't been called yet. This is coverage of a case. It has to do with a woman named Karen Reed who was accused of killing her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, who was a cop. She was acquitted. Now we're dealing with a complex situation where Karen is filing a civil lawsuit. Well, Karen's been sued by John's family, and then and some other people, and then Karen's suing some people, and she needs access to this guy's cell phone records. He was a cop. He said terrible things on his private cell phone. The feds got the cell phone. Somehow the feds got the cell phone to the district attorney's office. Karen now wants the cell phone for use in her civil case. It's a hearing about that. I'll try to explain it once I hear what they actually argue. It's actually on a different criminal docket. It's on these 6 criminal defendants who were also investigated by this cop named Michael Proctor. And what they're doing is they're basically going to talk about that. They're going to talk about whether Karen, as part of like a request on that docket, the Miles King et al. Docket, can get Michael Proctor's cell phone. He's the cop that said terrible things about Karen. He called her the C word. And this all ties into this like group of cops that covered up a lot of murders, in my opinion. Like the state police, they were covering up murders left and right. They were covering up this drunk driving murder up in the North Shore, Massachusetts. They were covering a lot of things. We don't. Hold on. Okay, I think we might be up on our case. I have to listen. It's Judge Doolin. Everybody loves Judge Doolin.
Probably better. Did you talk to Bob Nelson?
Yeah, he sent me all this case. I did.
I'm just censoring the judge talking to Clerk Margaret. This is live, yes. Judge is just talking to Clerk Margaret. Clerk Margaret's who I want to be Secretary of Commerce. That's Clerk Margaret. This is Clerk Margaret. This is the mythical, legendary Clerk Margaret. The one and only.
Yes.
That's Judge Doolin. Everybody loves Judge Doolin. He's the best. And then Clerk Margaret's here. So that's Clerk Margaret. That's her. She's going to be the Secretary of Commerce. She doesn't know this yet. Don't tell her. I know. Don't worry, Clerk Margaret. I made sure that nothing was broadcast while you were talking to Judge Doolin. I got your Clerk Margaret. That's why you're going to be the Secretary of Commerce. We good. Everybody loves Clerk Margaret. Hashtag Clerk Margaret for Secretary of Commerce. She's great. Don't worry, Clerk Margaret. I did you a solid. I made sure that it didn't go out over the airwaves. Hashtag towel journalist. This is also one of those dockets where they at a certain point they told me to stop sending requests for these dockets and that I could just broadcast them. So I have to remember that because they get annoyed when you send motions when they tell you you can just do it.
That's fine. Mr. Krowski, how you doing?
Let's do it.
Bench at 159.
Yeah, well, it was 2:03 you came in.
I love Judge Nolan. Let's go. Mr. Krowski, how dare you be late?
Numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 is Commonwealth versus Miles King.
Here we go.
320. Mr. King is present and represented by attorneys Rosemary Spicchio and Nicole Spicchio. For the court, Commonwealth number 2, Commonwealth versus Bianca Chantio, 22 CR 265.
No, they're not, Rudy.
Chantio is
I have the alert app up. Nice try.
waived by her attorney, Joseph Cataldo.
No trolling, Rudy.
Also
No
before the court,
trolling.
Commonwealth versus Giovanni De Los Santos, number 3 on today's list. Mr. De Los Santos is not present. His presence was waived by his attorney, Joseph Krowski Jr. And finally, before the court, number 4, Commonwealth versus Sean Johnson, 22 CR 268. Mr. Johnson is present and represented by attorney Rosemary Spicchio. For the Commonwealth, we have Lisa Beatty and Pamela Alford. And if the parties,
This is going to be epic.
For Michael Proctor, we have attorney Tom DeGangi, and for Karen Reed,
I was born for this.
If the parties could please all identify themselves for the record, beginning with the Commonwealth.
Good afternoon, Lisa Beatty for the Commonwealth.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Pamela Alford for the Commonwealth.
Good afternoon.
Attorney Joseph Krowski Jr. on behalf of Giovanni De Los Santos.
Okay, hi.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rosemary Spicchio on behalf of Mr. King and on behalf of Mr. Johnson.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nicole Spicchio on behalf of Mr. King and Mr. Johnson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Aaron Rosenberg on behalf of third party Karen Reed.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Tom DeGangi on behalf of third party Michael Proctor.
Hi, Mr. DeGangi.
Joseph Cataldo on behalf of Bianca Chantio.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Cataldo. I'll start with counsel for Ms. Reed. Go right ahead. I've read the briefs and I'm familiar with the history of what's happened with this phone. So go right ahead. This is on something you haven't filed though yet, right?
Say that again?
This is on a suit that you haven't filed as of yet.
This is a suit that we are going to file within the coming weeks as soon as the presentment period expires.
Okay.
So it was mentioned in the suit that we filed, and we said we were going to file it once that period expired, and that's the same suit that we're talking about.
Okay.
Because of some machinations and procedural things, that
Hi,
now has to be a whole
girlfriend.
separate lawsuit because the other lawsuit we filed was removed to federal court where we can't sue the state police. So it's going to be a separate case as of the next few weeks. But what we're seeking here, Your Honor, is actually a minor procedural amendment to the order that you issued last time we were all together. And it's an amendment that will have zero practical impact. As of today, according to the court and the Commonwealth and the parties, Ms. Reed may already use these communications from Mr. Proctor's private cell phone for any purpose in the pending O'Keefe litigation, and they're subject to the restrictions that we all agreed upon and that Your Honor accepted. So if we wanted to or needed to, we could today file these documents that we're talking about. All that we're asking is that we have permission from the court to do the same thing we're already allowed to do in the pending litigation in Plymouth, in the O'Keefe litigation, in the complaint that we file, and also in Superior Court, and we are agreeing that it would be subject to the exact same restrictions. The only change to our agreement with the Commonwealth and your order would be adding one other litigation that it could be used in. But again, another Superior Court litigation. This request is necessary because the communications are highly relevant to the negligent hiring, supervision, and training claims that Ms. Reed is bringing against the Massachusetts State Police, as well as the town of Canton, which she's going to do in a matter of weeks, as I just told Your Honor. And these relate to primarily Mr. Proctor, as well as Canton Police Sergeant Sean Good. These messages contain images of, as is already in the record and as the Commonwealth has said, and information about women that appear to be unrelated to the people in the conversations and likely unaware that they are contained, these pictures or messages are contained within this data. We've already agreed that that is subject to strict confidentiality provisions. We are not able to use those unless we come to you and ask, and we are not asking for that right now. What we're asking for is the messages, primarily the messages written by Michael Proctor and Sergeant Good of the Canton Police. But now, the Commonwealth, in its opposition to this procedural motion, is attempting to tell Ms. Reed, a private party in civil litigation, what she does and does not need or get to use in the complaint that she's going to file. There is nothing in the rules, the law, or anything else that gives the Commonwealth the right or the ability to do that. And this is not premature at all. Ms. Reed does not need to wait according to any rule or law. She does not need to wait until discovery to use evidence and communications that she already knows about. So frankly, it's unclear why the Commonwealth is joining with Mr. Proctor to oppose this motion today. These existing restrictions are more than sufficient to protect the legitimate confidential images of women or other people that are not Michael Proctor, are not Sergeant Good, are not otherwise relevant. But the only reason why we need to even come to you today is because when Ms. Reed tried to add these claims to the existing O'Keefe case, a number of parties and third parties objected and opposed that, and she was unable to bring those claims in the existing case. If that hadn't happened, this wouldn't even be necessary. We'd already be able to use them. Now, as opposed to the Commonwealth, Your Honor, it's very clear why Michael Proctor opposes this motion. As we said in our papers, these communications are not private, they're not personal, they're not confidential, and they're not privileged. But what they are is staggeringly anti-woman, racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, among other things. And that description
Oh my God!
Both Mr. Proctor and Sergeant Good of the Canton Police Department. So it's understandable why Mr. Proctor wants to keep that secret, but he has no right or basis to do so. As a reminder, and I understand you're aware of the history having been involved, but Ms. Reed only has access, Ms. Reed and other defendants only have access to this because the court ordered the Commonwealth to get this phone and to conduct this review. According to Mr. Proctor's own counsel, between the time that the phone was returned to Mr. Proctor by the Commonwealth and counsel was engaged, he conveniently lost that phone. So this is the only way that these documents are available. In this opposition, he just rehashes the same arguments that Your Honor rejected in the prior motion where we were aligned with the Commonwealth. They're not private, they're not protected messages. These are messages he shared with his group chat of friends. And he also now triples or quadruples, I've lost count, down on the argument that the court should restrict use of his own chats, his own messages, because he chose to share images and private information relating to third-party women with his friends. He wants to restrict use of that now to protect those women's rights. I think the absurdity of that argument is clear. In a normal civil case, there would be no question that Ms. Reed could use these documents in her coming complaint, but obviously this is not any civil case. We recognize that. So we're here again, seeking the court's permission to do so again, subject to the exact same confidentiality provisions that everyone has already agreed to.
Okay, and so you're talking about the February 26th order on the O'Keefe versus CC Hospitality, that same order that I issued?
Correct.
Okay.
And the only change would be adding
this matter here.
Correct.
Okay. Let me hear from Mr. Proctor's counsel. Go right ahead.
Your Honor, the plaintiff purports to bring a claim under Chapter 258 for negligent hiring and supervision, not against Mr. Proctor, not against Sergeant Good, but against Mr. Proctor's employer, the Mass State Police. The documents that you ordered produced in February of this year are text messages and images from a private cell phone. It's a matter of public record that back in January and February of 2022, and well prior to that, the Mass State Police did not have any policy or procedure governing the use of private cell phones by their troopers. Okay? So if he wants to bring a negligent hiring claim against the Mass State Police, there is no way, and the plaintiff doesn't allege this, or excuse me, Ms. Reed doesn't allege this or plead it in her motion, that the Mass State Police could have known about these text messages on a private cell phone, should have known about these text messages on a private phone, or through the reasonable use of discretion would have ordered a Mass State Police trooper to turn over his private cell phone after working there for 12 years. In fact, Your Honor, I'm not aware of any employer in the Commonwealth, or perhaps even nationwide, that order their employees to turn over their private cell phones before they're hired or after they're hired. That would be tantamount, with all due respect, Your Honor, to the trial court or the governor putting you on the bench saying, I want to look at your cell phone. It just doesn't happen, Your Honor.
Let's see how.
Secondly, Your Honor, there are privacy interests here. In footnote number 2, I believe, of Ms. Reed's motion, she recognizes, and Attorney Rosenberg just said it right now, these text messages and these alleged photographs are unrelated to the Karen Reed case. What relevance can they have to a negligent hiring, training, and retention claim against the Mass State Police when Mr. Proctor is not even a named defendant in that lawsuit? Moreover, Your Honor, if you read Exhibit 1 to my opposition, it's a 17-page opinion by Justice Krupp.
Yeah, I read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I read it.
So you saw in there, Your Honor, that Justice Krupp, back in November 2023, had serious concerns about the privacy interests that were being brought upon by Ms. Reed's followers, okay? Cell phone
The
calls
Justice
to
Krupp in the
Michael
Epstein
Proctor's
files?
wife, posting Michael Proctor's wife's cell phone on a public forum, posting the name of her employer on a public forum, posting her employer's phone number on a public forum, and encouraging Ms. Reed's followers to bombard
that's what
the
Kate Peter
employer.
did. That's what
is
Kate
gonna
Peter
happen?
did.
I'm not aware, Your
with
Honor,
Aiden's phone.
and I'll say this frankly.
I mean, that's what
I'm not
Kate
a
Peter
party
did.
to the wrongful death case down in Plymouth. No confidentiality order in that suit.
Sir, your
There's
client
nothing protecting
is a racist,
any person
apparently.
from using
Sir,
this
your-
information
sir,
and going
sir,
after
Your client is a racist.
Proctor, the witnesses, the House defendants. You may be aware that just about a week ago,
The House
the people
defendants!
that lived
He
in
called them the House
were inside.
defendants!
On the night of this murder, actually filed a defamation suit against Ms. Proctor. Now, what's telling, Your Honor, is I came across some information that I did not have at the time I filed my opposition. And it's a motion in opposition to a motion to compel, strike that, it's an opposition to a motion to compel filed by the town of Canton on a motion to compel brought by Attorney Rosenberg. Attorney Rosenberg and Ms. Reed are seeking the personnel files of Sergeant Good. And this was filed about 3 weeks ago on the docket. And the town of Canton alleges that when they received this original keeper of record subpoena for Sergeant Good's personnel file, the town of Canton turned over a one-page document, which was a letter putting Sergeant Good on paid administrative leave. And according to the town of Canton's filings, that decision had nothing to do with the Karen Reed case. However, according to page 2 of that opposition, the town of Canton attorney states, on or about December 12, 2026, town council produced to defendant's counsel a copy of the notice of placement on paid administrative
this is
leave
wonderful.
letter
God
to
bless you.
Sergeant
Water
Good.
under the fridge.
Immediately after the
Laura,
letter was
Mary,
produced to
Hypno
the
Penguin,
defendant,
Emily D,
copies
and
of the
Jane and
letter were
Camps.
posted
Yay.
on. Within 24 hours, someone leaked it to the press. You've got nude photos allegedly in this that they want to reference, might make reference to in this litigation. You've got the privacy interests of witnesses.
They were
You've
nude?
got the privacy interests of victims. None of this is relevant to a negligent hiring, retraining, and retention claim against the Mass State Police, Your Honor. I would also state that there's no joinder here between myself and the Commonwealth. We didn't join motions. I filed my own separate opposition. I just want to clear that up. There's no agreement between us. So based on all that, Your Honor, I think Mr. Proctor's been through quite enough here. I'd state to the court, Your Honor, that this is a gentleman who committed 12 years of his life as a Mass State Trooper. During those 12 years as a Mass State Trooper, he was evaluated every single year by his supervisors. He was never disciplined. He never received a letter of warning, was never suspended. He worked 40 hours a week, keeping drug dealers away from our kids' schools, murderers away from our family, rapists away from our children.
Threw it all away for Brian Tully. Then he threw it all away.
Which he openly admitted in court that he sent. After they came out, the Norfolk District Attorney's Office investigated him. The Mass State Police
just like they investigated Sandra Birchmore's death, right?
Who uttered in open court, perhaps this one, on March 4th, 2025, a federal grand jury investigated him and closed the investigation.
Yeah. I lined the
This
bottom.
is nothing but a fishing exhibition, Your Honor. And I think it should stop here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, why don't I do this? I'll go to the Commonwealth last. Why don't I start with Attorney Scarpiccio? I'll go to Mr. Krowski and then Mr. Cataldo. Attorney Costa, are you still part of this, or is your...
I am not, I'm just.
Nice to see you.
I wish I was.
Okay.
We missed you.
Go right ahead.
Definitely run. So we don't really have a position with respect to anything that's going on here.
Yeah.
Two reasons. One, because again, we want to explain to the court that this protective order is ridiculous. He doesn't meet any of the conditions for which a protective order should issue. He's not a victim. He doesn't need protection. No one has threatened him. He says some vulgar, disgusting things that apparently repeatedly from 2014 to 2022, and shares it with his friends like it's please pass the buck. That's the tone of these conversations, Judge. And so the protective orders, from my purposes, are interfering with my client's ability to get their trial. Right now, my client, Mr. Johnson, is housed at the Norfolk County House of Corrections. We moved mountains to get him access to what we call the Proctor material. And right now, there are, I think that there are 4,000 page that comes from his phone. And there's additional information, close to 70,000 documents that he has to review. Right now, he gets 2 hours a week to review them. He's got a November trial date. It's not going to happen, Judge. It's taken me almost 7 months to get through the bulk of what was happening with Trooper Proctor. So I'm here again, Judge, saying that this man should not be treated any differently than any other witness in any other case. Why are we protecting him? Why is the Commonwealth protecting him? Why is anyone protecting him? The public should get to know exactly who he is and what he's done. They do that with any witness. If it's a regular witness who appears before any judiciary body and they've done something wrong, they have criminal records that they plaster all over the front page of papers. Nothing like that is private. And so why are we considering this private in this case, Judge? And that's really the issue that I have. And I've also, we're not arguing today, Judge, but I've filed motions in both Mr. King and Mr. Johnson's case for materials regarding Mr. Proctor's hiring, Mr. Proctor's application, Mr. Proctor's, whoever reviewed that application, any of the exhibits to that application, and then any and all of his training, because I think his lawyer said it best. Our point is that he's biased. It's certainly against Black and brown individuals. I think Ms. Reed has a different issue, and I'm not disputing that he's biased against women as well. But in this case, Judge, our position is that it's not a separate entity. In other words, when we did the Ellis case, and we knew the police officers at Ellis were committing crimes, in the beginning, when the first lawyers filed that motion for new trial, we couldn't connect the crimes to the actual the conviction in Ellis. And it took us 18 years to be able to do that. We were able to finally connect it. This is completely different. This isn't like that. It's not a separate entity. It's who this man is. He's a racist, really a racist person from the beginning. Some of the things that he says, Judge, which I know you've heard through the grapevine, but some of the things that he says, like he'll say things like, it's kill an N-word in Canton Day. Everybody get there. Like,
I get you.
Oh my God!
What are we protecting? That's what I can't figure out. What are we protecting here?
Okay.
Why isn't he subject to the same type of scrutiny?
Oh my God!
This case is subject to. And I'm saying it specifically to Mr. Johnson, who's in custody, who doesn't have access to his materials, who can't be ready for a November trial date unless we do something different, Judge. And in this case, the difference that I want the court to consider is to be able to give him all of these materials in paper form, in a single cell, so he can review them and be ready for his November trial. That's what I'm asking.
Thanks very much. Attorney Krowski.
Judge, thank you. On behalf of Mr. De Los Santos, to the extent you have any standing whatsoever in the civil matter, which seems to be what we're addressing, Mr. De Los Santos does not object to the free flow of information, any and all relevant information being turned over to Ms. Reed's counsel. As a matter of fact, I think that Mr. De Los Santos inevitably will benefit from the more information that is shared related to Trooper Proctor in the contents of his cell phone. I can echo the comments of Attorney Scarpiccio. We do have access to 44,000 pages. I'll tell you, it is breathtaking, upsetting, and unnerving. We agreed to a protective order at the beginning of this case just because we wanted to get the case moving along. I can tell you that I anticipate within the next 3 to 4 months, once we've had a chance to go through all of this documentation, to get total and absolute relief from the protective order in the criminal case. I will say, we are mindful there are some innocent third parties that have been captured in all of the malfeasance in the cell phone. We'll do whatever we can and work with the court and Commonwealth to make sure that we don't bring them into this, we don't re-victimize them, we don't harass them. But the information in them is all germane to how an investigation in my client's case, Mr. De Los Santos's, was conducted. So we have absolutely, unequivocally, no objection to what is sought by Ms. Reed's attorney. I just think it's not my case, it's a civil suit, but I think there's counsel misspoke. Mr. Proctor has not been sued for defamation. But that's the position, and I have talked to Mr. De Los Santos about this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. No objection. Thank you. Whoever wants to argue for the Commonwealth. Attorney Beatty.
So my understanding of the purpose of today's hearing was to deal with the civil matter.
It is.
If counsel for either of the defendants wants to make a written motion to alter the terms of the protective order, they are free to do that at any time, and we are happy to engage in conversation outside of filing of a written motion. The Commonwealth, because there is significant interest in what's happening here today, I would like to make it clear that the Commonwealth has no interest in protecting former Trooper Proctor's statements that are contained on these phones, and we have engaged in providing expedient production of discovery to these defendants and all other defendants who are impacted. And so I want to make it clear that the reason that we had to seek and obtain a protective order to begin with was in part because this court directed us to do so when you directed us to obtain this material. So we follow court orders. That's number one. Number two, as some people alluded to, there is material contained within the thread of these text chats that does impact significantly innocent and unknowing persons. So the only way to provide the true substance of these text threads was to provide it in its entirety with a protective order. That's what we did, and I think that defense counsel would agree that that was the appropriate way to provide it at that time. If we need to make alterations, we certainly can do that. In terms of today, we have continued to treat all entities that have sought this information equitably and fairly. If there is a request for this information, and in this case, it was a subpoena that we responded to. The subpoena came from a specific civil case. We have a confidentiality agreement that relates to this material that Ms. Reed and her counsel agreed to. Then we sought alteration, and this was contemplated in a confidentiality agreement from this court to produce this material for that lawsuit. We did that. That is what Ms. Reed agreed to. She now wants to change that, and then there would not be any sort of litigation or any sort of court proceeding overseeing the next production. And that is the fundamental difference. In a couple of weeks, if there's a lawsuit that's filed, there can be another subpoena. We can then treat all parties, whoever the parties are, to whatever lawsuit, identically produce discovery in an orderly format to those parties, assuming that that's what's appropriate at that point in time. It is completely unclear to us why we need to deviate from that protocol. And I, again, want to reiterate that we are treating multiple parties in the same way. It is not just Ms. Reed, the town of Canton, Post. There are a number of different entities that have reached out to us asking for this material that we have said we cannot just give it to you. So it doesn't matter who the entity is. We are asking that there be a court proceeding overseeing this material.
Okay, thanks very much. I'll just give you a minute. Go right ahead.
Thank you. First of all, there is a court proceeding overseeing this materials. It's your honor. It's why we're here, why I've now been here twice as a civil attorney. So again, all I'm asking is you add one case to what you've already ordered. We would have to comply with the remainder of your order in that case.
Do you intend to file that suit next month?
Yes.
When does the period end?
So the state police has actually rejected the presentment, so we could file that, but the town of Canton's period elapses roughly mid-May. So that's right around the time we're.
Okay. All right.
Just briefly, the town of Canton's allegations were brought up about leaking. Ms. Reed hasn't leaked anything. There's no evidence of Ms. Reed leaking anything. First of all, the document that the town of Canton referred to, Sergeant Good's dismissal notice, was produced also by the town of Canton to a third party, not Ms. Reed, not my office, in response to a public records request. The media reporting on that letter that Mr. Proctor's counsel is referring to explicitly says this was obtained by, and it gives the Twitter handle of the party that got that document through public records request. It didn't come from Ms. Reed. So that's just not true. Town of Canton's not here to argue it, but it's not accurate. Also, there was nothing preventing that from becoming public. If for some reason it had come from our office, it's allowed to be public. There's no restriction. So this idea that leaking, we heard it in the opposition to this case, that things that are filed publicly will unquestionably be leaked. If they're filed publicly, they don't need to be leaked. They're filed publicly. And we're already allowed to do that in the O'Keefe case. We are just asking to be able to do that elsewhere. And finally, irrelevance. Mr. DeGangi referred to the claims. He referred to what statute it's under, who's a party, what we allege. We haven't filed the complaint yet. He doesn't know what we're going to allege. The point is we have these documents. They're relevant to the claim that we're going to bring. And when Mr. Proctor and his counsel read our complaint, they'll see why they are so relevant. But this is not a matter we should be talking about relevance in a criminal session where we're just talking about the confidentiality and protecting third parties, which we all want to do.
Okay. Thank you, Walt.
Your
I'll
Honor,
take it under advisement. I'll give you
10 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you allow Ms. Reed's motion, I would ask that the court also issue an order allowing the DA's office to produce these 44,000 pages of documents. I've never seen them. And that's in my motion.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, quite honest.
Right.
So I'm not going to be able to comply with 44,000 pages. So I just want to, that's not the way we produce material.
All right.
So.
Okay. I'll take it under advisement.
Judge, if I can correct the record. Counsel said we hadn't filed a motion on record in Mr. King's case, and I believe Mr. Johnson's case is our motion in response to the Commonwealth motion to provide law enforcement bodies information. This is the post stuff. And or to vacate or modify the protective order. Sorry on file, Judge. That's all I have.
And we litigated that. We changed the order. We litigated before Judge Krupp, and that is the modification that is presently in point.
Nice to see you all. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Taken under advisement, Mr. King's case is next on June 18th at 3:30. As to De Los Santos et al., that's on May 8th at 2 p.m.
All right, that was wild. Oh my word, I knew it. I knew it. I could sense the evil. I could sense the evil. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He said it's... I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He said it's kill an N-word in Canton Day. Oh my goodness. Michael Proctor, what have you done? Oh, The Norfolk DA's office has fallen. He was said anti-Semitic things. He said it's kill a N-word in Canton Day. Oh my word. It's so bad. It's not just Epstein. It's not just the cover-ups. It's that they were blatantly racist. They were talking about openly killing black people. He used the N-word. Oh my word. This is a former state trooper. If you are just tuning in, we have just seen the wildest hearing you are ever going to see in your entire life. I can't believe what I have just seen. Oh my word. Oh my word. Hold on. I uploaded the wrong video with my last thing. That's not actually a flash. I can't do 2 flashes in one day. I have to delete this last one. My point is, that was wild. We're not doing war coverage right now, so I have the opportunity to just be like, that was wild. I don't have appropriate analysis for that. I can't believe it. During Rosemary Scapicchio's section, I'll play it for you in a second. During Rosemary Scapicchio's section of the hearing, she revealed that Michael Proctor said on his cell phone that it's kill an N-word in Canton Day. Oh my God. Mr. President, at the top of the hour, we're going to start a new stream for that. This is just the Karen Reed hearing. We can't do like war news and the Karen Reed hearing in the same stream. It would confuse the Pope. All right? We're not going to confuse the Holy Father. He's going to be like, what is wrong with Massachusetts? You know, the Holy Father's going to get all made. Not to mention Hezbollah. Hezbollah is going to be like, what the hell is a Karen Reed? And then not to mention the Iran. The Iran's going to be like, how do we make a Lego video about this? Well, everybody's going to be confused. We'll listen to Mr. President speak at 3. We'll come back and do war news. We can't tell Iran about Karen Reed. They're going to think that all police in the United States are terrible. Which, I mean, to be fair, they're freaking terrible. But listen, how do you analyze what just happened? Michael Proctor said it's kill an N-word in Canton Day. That's the headline. Tell the New York Post, tell TMZ, tell the Boston Globe, tell the Boston Herald. Sing it from the rooftop. Well, maybe don't sing it. Yell it from the rooftops. Michael Proctor said it's kill an N-word in Canton Day. Tell the people. You go tell them we were right. Everybody was right. Everybody was right. I knew it. I knew it. I'm going to yell. I'm going to start yelling. You don't want to hear me yell. I'm going to yell. How dare they? I knew it. I knew it. Take it away, British reporter towel.
Conversation. : Karen Reed intends to sue both the Massachusetts State Police and the town of Canton within the next month for Karen's lawyers during a shocking hearing in Norfolk Superior Court on Thursday. It's killer in Canton Day, Michael Proctor. At one point it was revealed that former trooper Michael Proctor, who investigated Reed for John O'Keefe's death and who, also, was involved with the unit that covered up Sandra Birchmore's murder, said, it's killer in Canton Day, in a text message to his friends that was previously secret and hidden by the Norfolk District Attorney's Office. Earlier Thursday, I reported. Former Massachusetts State Trooper Michael Proctor, according to lawyers for criminal defendants investigated by Proctor, said those exact words were said by Proctor, in secret personal texts, to his friends while Proctor was an active state trooper. Michael Proctor is biased against black and brown individuals. He is a racist person. Some of the things that he said, it's killer in Canton, lawyer Rosemary Scapicchio told Judge Doolin in a shocking hearing. Why is the Commonwealth, the Norfolk DA's office, protecting Michael Proctor? Why is anyone protecting him? The public deserves to know about him and what he has done. Why are we considering the Proctor files secret in this case? Scapicchio also said. Earlier Thursday, I reported. Michael Proctor's lawyer referred to the McCabe's, Alberts and Brian Higgins as the House defendants in open court. Proctor's lawyer also confirmed Proctor sent naked images of women, without their knowledge or consent, to his friends. Mr. Proctor has been through quite enough here, said Proctor's lawyer to befuddled Judge Doolin during Thursdays in Norfolk Superior Court. This occurred moments after Karen Reed's lawyers revealed, in open court, that former state police trooper Michael Proctor used anti-Semitic language in secret conversations on Proctor's cell phone. Proctor, said Reed's lawyers, also used racist, anti-female and homophobic language. Karen's lawyers have Proctor's entire phone, and are asking Judge Doolin for permission to use the messages in Karen's upcoming civil suit against the state police and the town of Canton. Proctor and the Norfolk DA are opposing Karen using the material on privacy grounds, including the privacy of the women of whom Proctor shared intimate images without their knowledge or consent.
How's that? Hello, that one girl, Millie. How's that? That's how you write it up. Listen, people are going to freak out about this. He said it's kill an N-word in Canton Day. He was a trooper. He was a state trooper. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm really mad. I'm mad. I'm really, really mad. I'm very mad. I'm mad. I'm very mad. I'm mad. You want to hear it? You want to hear the clip where Rosemary Scapiccio told us about it, and then we'll listen to a song, and then I'm restarting? What's Mr. President Trump even going to think about? We have to do a separate war news stream. Here's where it went down.
Because, again, we want to explain to the court that this protective order is ridiculous. He doesn't meet any of the conditions for which a protective order should issue. He's not a victim. He doesn't need protection. No one has threatened him. He said some vulgar, disgusting things that apparently repeatedly from 2014 to 2022, and shares it with his friends like it's please pass the buck. That's the tone of these conversations, Judge. And so the protective orders, from my purposes, are interfering with my client's ability to get a trial. Right now, my client, Mr. Johnson, is housed at the Norfolk County House of Corrections. We moved mountains to get him access to what we call the Proctor materials. And right now, there are 44,000 page that comes from his phone. And there's additional information, close to 70,000 documents that he has to review. Right now, he gets 2 hours a week to review them. He's got a November trial date. It's not going to happen, Judge. It's taken me almost 7 months to get through the bulk of what was happening with Trooper Proctor. So I'm here again, Judge, saying that this man should not be treated any differently than any other witness in any other case. Why are we protecting him? Why is the Commonwealth protecting him? Why is anyone protecting him? The public should get to know exactly who he is and what he's done. They do that with any witness. If it's a regular witness who appears before any judiciary body and they've done something wrong, they have criminal records that they plaster all over the front page of papers. Nothing like that is private. And so why are we considering this private in this case, Judge? And that's really the issue that I have. And I've also, we're not arguing today, Judge, but I've filed motions in both Mr. King and Mr. Johnson's case for materials regarding Mr. Proctor's hiring, Mr. Proctor's application, Mr. Proctor's, whoever reviewed that application, any of the exhibits to that application, and then any and all of his training, because I think his lawyer said it best. Our point is that he's biased. It's certainly against black and brown individuals. I think Ms. Reed has a different issue, and I'm not disputing that he's biased against women as well. But in this case, Judge, our position is that it's not a separate entity. In other words, when we did the Ellis case, and we knew the police officers at Ellis were committing crimes, in the beginning, when the first lawyers filed that motion for new trial, we couldn't connect the crimes to the actual the conviction in Ellis. And it took us 18 years to be able to do that. We were able to finally connect it. This is completely different. This isn't like that. It's not a separate entity. It's who this man is. He's a racist, really a racist person from the beginning. Some of the things that he says, Judge, which I know you've heard through the grapevine, but some of the things that he says, like he'll say things like, "It's kill an N-word in Canton Day." Everybody get there. Like,
I get you.
I started yelling. I'm sorry. I absolutely started screaming. I'm sorry, but that's really fair of me to scream at that point. All right. We'll start up the new stream in a minute, but I think Michael Proctor gets a song. All right. Here's a song for Michael Proctor. This one's going out to Michael Proctor. Hi, towel girlfriend.
You did it to yourself. I know later on you'll probably blame everyone else for the shitty life you have. Wonder why you're always sad. You got a list of reasons why your life is really bad, but they're not true. It's all your fault. Deep down you notice you had a head start. The purse you're using is Gucci, designer shoes that you wearing, driving the car of your dreams, all paid for by your parents. Okay, you're clueless, toxic, delusional, obnoxious. You had every advantage and proceeded to have lost it. Crazy, psycho, no wonder you're so isolated. You did it to yourself. yourself. I know later on you'll probably blame everyone else for the shitty life you have. Wonder why you're always
Hi, towel girlfriend.
You got a list of reasons why your life is really bad, but then, you did it to yourself.
Oh yeah, we have dance parties now. Let's go.
Shitty life you have. Wonder why you're always sad. You got a list of reasons why your life is really bad, but they're not true.
I got another great song. Let's have us out this. He's done. This is going to be in every paper. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we dance now at the end of streams. What are you going to do with it? Let's go. Oh, he's done. Teach you to fuck with my mom. I'll teach you to fuck with my mom. That's what you get, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. God reigns, you fucking assholes. God fucking reigns. Fuck with my mom again. That'll teach you.
Back on Cook Crack. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that before every verse I spit from now on.
It's going out to Michael Proctor, because apparently he doesn't like black people. This is going out to you, Michael Proctor.
Or who I beat, that's what we say down here, who I beat. Okay, well, let me tell these motherfuckers, man. Let's do it.
Now who I be, gun in hand, man. Stay with the cannon, running on my plan, man. Flip you to a handstand. You get jammed, man. Suffocate your man, damn. I'm the man, damn. Keep the gun in hand.
See, I's the rubber band, man. I's the gun in hand, man. Blam, blam, damn. 2 shots through that man's van. Understand, man. I never get jammed, man. Cause my right hand, man, is the cannon. And keep the cannon close like it's the antidote. Man, it's toast, so rock a damn banana boat. Your man to know when it's cantaloupe. Van is slow, and you got to ask me where to go. I'm on a strip with a clip full flag. Filled it up so much I got the pistol mag. Y'all ain't no chiefs, y'all ain't no beast. Y'all mango sweet, sweet. Y'all got the word OG confused with genuine, same OG. You lame OG, what? I have you hopping like them Kangos beat through them same old streets where you claimed OGs. Believe it, I'm rapping with mines. I will push what you was thinking back to the back of your mind.
Now who I be, gun in hand, man. Stay with the cannon, running on my plan, man. Flip you to a handstand. You get jammed, man. Suffocate your man, damn. I'm the man, damn. Keep the gun in hand. Now who I be.
Fuck you mean shut down? The drug game is killing the pen game. I came up in that game and I want to keep it alive. Now there are too many hoes getting strung out.
Money is money. What do you care where it comes from?
Now I know the drug ends are bigger than the pimp game. But since before that drug shit hit, and long after it fades, hoes will always make money.
One more. All right, let's go, Michael Proctor. Come on. Don't be blue. I told you. They thought they could infiltrate my mom. They sent his uncle-in-law. No. No. Enjoy the headlines.
Yo, listen up. Here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everyone.
It's hard style.
Cause he ain't got nobody to listen.
Don't be blue, Michael Proctor.
With a blue window. Blue is the color of all that I wear. Blue are the streets and all the trees are too. I have a girlfriend and she is so blue.
She's not really blue. She's very happy, I assure you. She's in the chat right now.
It's standing outside. Blue are the words I say and what I think. Blue are the feelings that live inside me.
Wait, we gotta mind fuck Michael Proctor. Hold on. Listen up. We're ending. Oh yeah, Michael Proctor. I got a special one for you. Oh yeah, I got a special one. This one goes out to Kate Peter and Michael Proctor and every person who thought that they were gonna mess with Towel Mom in order to cover up corruption. It's not just that. For every victim, for everyone you abused, here, Michael Proctor, enjoy this one. How you like them apples? Let's go.
این فصل آخر است که آغاز میکنیم این بار همه نام حق اجاز میکنیم دریا گواه ماست که فرعون نماندنیست داریم سوی معرکه پرواز میکنیم
You awoken a lion. Let's go.
سوی معرکه پرواز میکنیم
This is FKR right now, Proctor. They're coming. Oh, they're coming, Proctor. This is going to be the new FKR anthem.
تو رستم تهمتنی تو شیر پیل افکنی تو شیر پیل افکنی به فرق کاخ و تختشان به زندگی نحزشان به قلب دشمن دنی بزن که خوب میزنی نمیبینی به ایران باز هم طاغوت برگردد نمیبینی به ایران باز هم طاغوت برگردد تجاوزکار میبایست با تابوت برگردد تو رستم تهمتنی، تو شیر پیل افکنی، از این نبرد خسته شد، ابهتش شکسته شد، طلسم دیو بشکنی، بزن که خوب میزنی. اگرچه داغ فرزندانمان جان سوز است، ولی تاریخ میگوید که خون بر تیغ پیروز است. بگو با زورگویان استقامت میکند ایران، ببین در معرکه اینک قیامت میکند ایران. تو رستم تهمتنی، تو رستم تهمتنی، تو شیر پیل افکنی، بزن که خوب میزنی. خداست یار و یاورد، توکل است لشکرت، تو فوق هرچه آهنی، تو فوق هرچه آهنی. بزن که خوب حسینی با یزیدی صلح یک ساعت نخواهد کرد، کسی مانند ما با مثل او بیعت نخواهد کرد. شبیه چارپا در باطلاق مرگ وامانده، ببین بر روی نهضش سیلی ایران به جا مانده. بزن که خوب میزنی، بزن که خوب میزنی. قریب شادی جهان رسیده تا به آسمان، تو آن امید روشنی. بزن که خوب میزنی، تو رستم تهمتنی، تو شیر پیل افکنی، به قلب دشمن دنی، طلسم دیو بشکنی، تو فوق هرچه آهنی. بزن تو رستم تهمتنی، تو شیر پیل افکنی.
Now, let me just say, I'm an advocate of peace, all right? I'm speaking allegorically here. In terms of rhetoric, in terms of this story, this headline is what Michael Proctor said in court today. He's weak. The Norfolk DA's weak. Kate Peter and all those allies that she runs on her Discord group are weak. Strike now, not violently, rhetorically through the press. The Overton window is shifted. Get 'em. This is it. Get 'em. A lot of people waited a long time for this day, this moment, and they deserve it. Not just Karen, not just Turtle Boy, but all those sanctimonious hypocrites who stood up there and proclaimed the virtue of this state police unit without realizing what they were, what they did, and who they hurt. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Eat these words and enjoy every spoonful. Eat it until you're so satiated all you can do is collapse in a pool of agony. Do it. Hello. You can tell today's hearing was very unexpected. I gotta switch to the other stream. Mr. President's apparently speaking at 3. Who the hell knows what he's speaking about? You can listen to the intro song. I'll play some more music on the other stream. That was wild. We can't do like war coverage on the Karen Reed, stream though. That was just me, just so you understand. Like, this state police unit was so pernicious, they had their tentacles everywhere. Proctor's uncle-in-law managed to somehow date my mother or, like, hang out with her. It's outrageous. Or he was just over the house last week. Like, these people exert, like, influence, like, through proxy. It's crazy. They had my mother to the point where she, like, was losing it yesterday. She was like, calling the police, like, about trash bags outside, and they were like, ma'am, you can't call the police about that. This poor woman, okay, she's old, all right, it became personal. I am very good at governmental oversight. It wasn't just me. There's a lot of people who were waiting for this day, and it's about time that every apologist for this unit, that unit in particular, the state police, every single person who was an apologist for them, who stood up for them, who defended them, who continued to defend them after they were made aware of what this unit was really about, and then who were maliciously and quite frankly hypocritically and sanctimoniously condemning other people who criticize them. You go eat those words that Proctor said. It's kill an N-word in Canton Day. Excuse me. Enjoy the headlines. Eat it. Go put a press statement out now. Do it. Do it. Go defend it. Go talk about how virtuous he was, how wonderful he was, how great this unit was, how wrong it was to criticize them. Go do it. Go do it. Come on now. Come on. Maybe Kate Peter will just drop the mask and be like, I support Michael Proctor. We must support the state police. I'm being like morbid now. Sardonic. We must support the state police in their quest to, wait, what was it? Oh yes, target the blanks in Canton with death. Yes, you don't understand. Folks, you must understand. Turtle Boy is so bad, it's really important that we support Michael Proctor in his quest to institute a policy of having a day every year where we hunt the black people. That's what she's gonna say, you watch. She's going to say, Turtle Boy bad, hashtag Michael Proctor was right, hashtag free Michael Proctor. They're going to do it. That's how wild these people are. Hi, how's everybody doing? Yeah, let's just say I got a little mad there at the end. We had a nice dance party, though. Towel girlfriend was vibing. I hope she's getting some rest. I don't want to keep her up. Anyway, that was good. Sorry. Got a little rhetorically kind of, intense at the end there. We're going to start the next stream now, so you'll see it pop up in 2 seconds. It'll be whatever part 55 we're on of the war coverage. I'll see you over there in just a few minutes. I won't do my traditional outro. Thanks for watching today's coverage on Towel News of the Karen Read hearing. The clock has just struck 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. It's 9 p.m. in South Africa. It's 10 p.m. in Tel Aviv, Israel, and it's 10:30 p.m. in Tehran, Iran. It's Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. I'll see you again on the next stream. You can find it on this channel in just a few minutes. Shannon, it's okay to see you. Silent Dogs, First 48. Penny, that one girl, Melly, it's me, Andrea, and of course, wonderful towel girlfriend, and all of the rest of you. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you on